Carol in Crescent City, Florida. Hey, Carol, thanks for watching the show. What's up?
I think that the Tea Party is looking at the wrong revolution.
Mm-hmm.
They keep looking at the American Revolution when they should be looking at the French Revolution.
Yeah, the American Revolution was a bunch of liberals, and it ended up with a very liberal, in fact, that was the word that George Washington used, country. The French Revolution started out as sort of liberals, but it, by the time Maximilien Robespierre took over, the terrors began. It became sort of like Pol Pot's Cambodia.
Well, I think maybe we better get ready for that and keep our Second Amendment rights if we're liberals or not.
Yeah.
Because who was it? Danton, who said that you have only those rights which you are willing and able to defend.
Well,
and with the growth of the intelligence industry and the growth in Washington of everything else that's going on, when the Republicans get back in, we're going to have another House Un-American Activities Committee.
Oh, I don't disagree.
You wait and see.
Well, Michelle Bachmann has already declared it.
They might call it something else, but they'll have one.
Yeah,
and
Michelle
people
Bachmann
who
has already called
our
for it.
opinions will have no job, no food, no nothing.
Yeah, and she has already said that if the Republicans take control of the House, the first thing that they're going to do is they're going to begin subpoenaing everybody in sight. But my question to you, Carol, and my question to anybody, and I say this as a guy who generally supports the right of people to bear arms in the United States, and I'm not an anti-gun in quotes person. I think that individual municipalities and regions should have the right to make their own rules. And if New York wants to have restrictive gun laws, that's fine with me. And if Vermont wants to say you don't even need a permit to have a concealed weapon, that's fine with me. But all of that said, how do you think that the Second Amendment is going to protect anybody against a military that is equipped with helicopters and 50-millimeter machine guns and surface-to-air missiles and and drones? And I think that this whole argument that having all of us have guns to protect us against the military is crazy.
The only thing it would give us would be the same chance that the Taliban has, that the people in South America and Venezuela and other places like that have against the power of the United States military. It allows us to at least fight back.
It allows
we might die doing it, but we could fight back.
Carol, you're right, and God forbid, that is not the way that we should be going. That's not the way we should even be thinking about going, because that's all it would allow is a minor insurgency. That it's not even why the Second Amendment's in the Constitution. The Second Amendment was originally a compromise between Thomas Jefferson's very outspoken opposition to there being a standing army during time of peace. When he came into office in 1800, there were over 300,000 men in our army, and by the time he left in 1808, he had it down to 3,600. He absolutely felt that during times of peace there should be no standing army. There should be a navy to protect our borders, and that's it, period. I think in today's world he'd be in favor of an air force. But he did not want an army, but the compromise for that was he felt that every local government, every local area at the ward level, every man between the ages of 17 and 47 should have available to him a gun that would be kept in a local warehouse, a local militia, and in order to maintain a well-regulated militia, the right of citizens to bear arms should not be abridged. And his ban on, and he wrote this over and over and over again. I don't know why people don't get this. There's dozens of letters, 3 very important letters that he wrote to James Madison in the dialogue in 1787 about the Bill of Rights, where he just comes right out and says he's going to have the Virginia delegation vote against the Constitution if Madison does not include a Bill of Rights and include in that Bill of Rights a ban on standing armies. And that's the history of the Second Amendment. And people think it's like so that we can fight back against oppressive government. It's not. It was to prevent a military coup. It was to prevent the military-industrial complex that we have now. But I digress.